Glad to be back. In fact, it was a wonderful week in the Middle East last week, and I had an experience that I thought would be valuable for all of you. I call this experience Leave No Leader Behind. In fact, we were doing a workshop where one of the components was predominantly around a framework for understanding neuroscience and how you could build deep, powerful, meaningful relationships with people. We spent considerable time because this is so important, primarily because of the fact that you cannot solve for the problem unless you solve for the people. As we went through this framework, there was a lot of positive acknowledgement saying how important this was. But at the end, there was somebody who piped up and said, "You know what, Venkat, this is very good, but you know that I do everything that you say." What I have learned right now is that there is a model which actually validates everything that I know. Now, if you're working with leaders, this is what I call as a pivotal moment. You could take one of two approaches. One approach is to say, "Awesome, right? This is amazing. I'm so glad you're doing everything. Keep doing it." The other approach is to open up their blinkers a little bit. So the way I went ahead and addressed this is to say, "Thank you so much. In fact, I'm so glad you are aware of all of these. In fact, if what you know is getting you results, keep doing it. Think about what you are learning that can potentially get you higher order results." And the reason I was saying that is primarily because of the fact when people get new information, they try and fit in within the frame of their own understanding. They discount other additional information. They go ahead and focus it predominantly on what they are aware of. So what we have to start looking at is to stretch those boundaries a little bit, which is when I continued saying, "Hey, you know what? The enemy of the future great is your current good." So as you think about all of those capabilities you just learned, think about what is it that you are leveraging that is getting you results. What is it that you know that you're not applying? More importantly, think about what is it that you're learning that can help you become a greater version of yourself. The joy in this conversation is the fact I knew what I was doing. The best part is the recipient knew what I was saying and they knew what I was trying to mean. The fact is that you have to break out of your own patterns, stop retrofitting everything into your own bracket, and start experimenting with newer possibilities. So we smiled at each other, and I knew for a fact that here is another perhaps skeptical leader who has now been transformed. So the next time you come across somebody who comes to you and says, "Oh, I know all of it," try and see if you can take that extra effort to invest in them to broaden their horizons a little bit. Because fundamentally, our responsibility is to leave no leader behind. Good luck as you transform leaders around you as well.